Right, so this video is on why you shouldn't gamble at the casino. Like, shout out to my boys that like to gamble. A lot of my friends like to gamble. A lot of like my friends like to spend a bag, and some of them make money. Let's not get it wrong. Some of my friends make money at the casino, and that's cool. But the problem with casinos is you have to understand that they have to pay their staff, they have to pay the electricity, they have to pay the bills, they have to pay the cleaner, they have to pay all the staff. Obviously, if everybody won and got the money, then they're not going to be able to pay the staff. Like, just think about it logically. Like, if they could pay the staff and everybody was winning and everybody was making money, then how are they going to pay their staff? Are they going to pay their bills, the rent, do you know what I mean? Like, the owner's not going to be making money. The reason why Vegas every single year they can open more and more casinos, and more casinos are opening up in London and other cities in the UK is because people get addicted to the gambling and they lose in the end. And that's the thing, is that you'll win a couple games. Let's say you go to the roulette table and you win, you need to cash out your money as soon as you've won that 50, that 100, whatever. Like, me and my boy was in the casino, then he won £70. We had to dip out of there quick time. And he was like, no, I can play again, I can play again. I'm like, bro, you got your cash, let's leave, let's bounce, let's get out of here. You don't want to stay in the place, you don't want to stay in the venue. Listen though, if you're enjoying my content, subscribe, man. I'm almost at 2k. Like, come on guys, almost at 2k, that's mad. But nah, seriously, when it comes to casinos and gambling and spending your money, you gotta be careful because you can get addicted. It's the same when it comes to investing into random companies that you don't know anything about. I've done that, like just put 50, put 100 into like a random stock that I didn't know anything about this company, and then I lost money. That's not how you do it. You gotta actually know your research, you gotta know the company, you gotta know the place you're doing, you gotta know the bets, you gotta know that a lot of the games are rigged. So you gotta be careful when it comes to gambling your money, even if it's on like horse racing, dog racing, sports betting. Like, all of these kind of like quick schemes and how to get money through gambling won't win in the long run. You can win a little bit of money, I'm not saying you can't, but as you keep playing, you're going to make more and more and more, and at some point you're going to blow out and you're going to lose all your money. So that's the thing. There's even a Monte Carlo effect, Monte Carlo, where the dice kept rolling black, and I think it rolled black like 80 times, and that's like never happened before. But that's my point. It's like, you know, the whole gambling thing is set up in a way to get people to lose money. And people, have you not noticed as well, like, okay, so the area I grew up in wasn't like a rich area. It was like a kind of like a broke kind of area of London. And there were so many like shops where you can go buy lottery tickets. But then when you go to central London where all the tourists go, there's nowhere really that sells lottery tickets. Like, it's more in like poorer areas because they know that they will spend the most amount of money. They know if they put these lottery machines and these sort of gambling things, and oh, you can win big, you can win 2.8 million. Like, they put it into poorer areas because they're more likely to gamble. It's like a tax on the poor kind of thing. So you got to understand that these are how the systems work in place. If it was a thing of, you know, it's an easy chance to win, obviously they're not going to make millions and millions of pounds. And this is why gambling is one of the biggest addictions, which people don't see as an addiction. Because the thing is, right, when you smoke, you can see your skin becomes more drier. When you drink alcohol, you can see the addiction, you can smell the alcohol, you can see the person vomiting, you can see if someone's addicted to something like a drug or something, you can see it physically on them. You know, they're itching their skin, or hey, let me just get another hit, bro, or they smell of tobacco, or you know what I mean. But if you're gambling every single night, people don't actually see that addiction, and that's why it's not treated as an addiction. If you're addicted to drinking coffee, your hands are going to be shaky, you're going to have tremors, you're going to have a caffeine withdrawal, you know what I mean? But when it comes to gambling, there's not like a physical thing you can see. You don't know how much money is in someone's pocket. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't tell someone's addicted to gambling. And I think that's where the problem lies, is that when it comes to these other things like alcohol or green or white or whatever, is that you're addicted, but you can tell. You can tell someone who's addicted to alcohol, you can tell someone who's addicted to smoking, you can tell someone who's addicted to vaping or nicotine or whatever. But with gambling, because it's a money and it's a financial thing, you can lose so much money because you don't know when to stop. Even with alcohol, at some point you can get alcohol poisoning. With smoking, at some point you can smoke so much you're knocked out on the floor. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You can drink so much caffeine that your body's literally shaking. But when it comes to gambling, you can just keep going and going and going and going and going. It's not like you're going to end up in the hospital. So that's my point, is that when it comes to gambling, you gotta understand that there's a lot of a downfall to it because of how easy it is to get into the rabbit hole of spending all your money. And even if you win, the thing is, even if you win, you're gonna win and then tell all your boys and tell all your family, oh yeah, look at all the money I won. And then you're gonna get them into gambling, and then it's a complete cycle of more people are gonna gamble, and then they're gonna lose, and then they're gonna blame you of, oh, you told me to get into gambling, how did you win money and I didn't? And that builds resentment towards you. So that's the thing with gambling, is you gotta be really careful with how you getting into it, because it can get risky, you know. My name's Krish. I really hope this helped you, like this advice helped you to just think like, before you gamble that money, think about what you could put that money towards instead.